welcome to your weekly reading for the 26th of February to March 4th. I am Charlene, Lizette. Let's dive in and see what's going on for you this week. We just came off of your full moon. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's too many. But there's a lot of swords there. 5, 6, and 7. High Priestess at the bottom being your opposite sign, Pisces. Hello, my Virgies. What's up? What's going on here, babe? Yeah, the moon. Oh, I feel like you might need a hug. Is that accurate? Am I accurate in making the statement that you may need a hug? Okay, we're gonna talk, all right? You get yourself your tea, your mocktail, your cocktail, your puff puff pass. You get what you need to get, and then you come hang out with me, okay? You come hang out with me. Mama's gonna make you feel better. Okay. Raven just looked at me like, are you sure? Because you're just breaking everything. Don't judge me. First, we're going to talk about the good stuff. Let's talk about the positive stuff, and then we're going to dive into this thing. You got Volcan here. Volcan is an amulet connected to Mount Vesuvius. Mount Vesuvius is the volcano that erupted in Pompeii and was responsible for the destruction of Pompeii. If you've ever been to Italy, you've ever been to Napoli, you've ever been to the coast, you may have visited Pompeii, you may have seen the beautiful, thriving society, the culture, the life that was a reality for the people of Pompeii. And then you see how intertwined the people of Pompeii were with Mount Vesuvius. Why am I talking about this? Why am I sharing all of this with you right now? Because I think it's important for you to understand the gravity of the energy behind Volcan, Pompeii, Mount Vesuvius, and how it's potentially manifesting in your own life. The parallels. Ooh, that's a good word. The parallels. If you've ever gone to Pompeii, you will notice that every arch, when you look, it's like the arch, Mount Vesuvius right there. You can tell whether we know historically or not, because a lot of the stuff got burnt to the ground and destroyed, and we'll never find like the literature or the writing, that the mountain or the volcano, Mount Vesuvius, played an integral, yeah, that's a word I think, right? Role for the people of Pompeii. Now, when we hyper focus on giving our energy so much to one thing, we become almost like pigeonhole or blinded, right? Like we put blinders on and we become obsessive with this one idea. When it comes to manifesting your desires, that's a great energy to have. Absolutely. That's how you drop it into your subconscious. That's how it becomes your reality. But what if you're trying to manifest something that's not meant for you? Then you become so close-minded, right? So hyper-focused on this one thing that maybe is not meant for you, and Source is trying to raise your awareness. Like, I'm sure, that the people of Pompeii, they knew, potential dangers, but they chose to ignore the red flags of that beautiful mountain. Why? Because they were given access to some of the best land ever, so fertile, right? And this wonderful space right by the ocean, the Mediterranean Sea, which gave space for importing and exporting and being a conduit. That was like a huge hub of a city that brought in so many people from around the world. But you become so fixated in these desires that you fail to see the red flags around you. And this is a week where, you know, if you and I were sitting down having a mocktail, cocktail, drink, whatever, I mean, you were just chilling, chatting. This week is a week where you're going to say to me, Charlene, I didn't realize how hyper-focused I had become on wanting this one thing that I failed to realize or recognize all the red flags around it. The moon, revealing to you the illusions and also the deepest fears. This is intuition. This is emotions, how you emote, right? How you handle your emotions. Perspective, none of this matters. Zoom out, common ground. See, so you may have become so on something that you may have not seen the big picture. In order for us to be successful in life, we have to be able to go up like a bird and see everything, and also then dive in, get what we desire, pull out, and come back out again. Indecision. I use my intuition in all aspects of my life. So here I will ask you, where did you deny your intuition and choose to ignore the red flags? Why do I keep talking about this? Because of the cards that you have here. Okay, you all know I'm never gonna talk crap. Look, sometimes we got awesome weeks, and sometimes we got weeks where we got to deal with our shit. We're just coming off of your full moon. This is a time for you to deal with your shit. 5 of Cups. There's still 2 cups standing, but you're unable to see those 2 cups because you are so fixated on the 3 cups that are down. So fixated on the 3 cups that are down that you have become mentally overwhelmed by it. This is mental blockages. This is not seeing clearly, thinking clearly. There is no mental agility here, capacity to be able to discern truth from delusion, truth or reality from the illusion, from the fantasy, from the fear. And you, baby, are ruled by Mercury. So the fact that you're ruled by Mercury and the fact that you are not able to discern clearly, which is a very much a trait of Virgo, tells me that something's off kilter here. Something's off balance, babe. And so Source is like, wrap it up, the world. This, you got to wrap up this shit. No more indecision. Trust your intuition. Source is trying to pull you out of your mind and into your physical body, into your heart space, into your psychic abilities. But you, being analytical and so critical, continue to push through and drive through with the Page of Swords and the King of Swords, the thoughts, the pros and cons list, the analytical. I wouldn't be surprised if you have a whole damn fucking spreadsheet about it. The yes, the no's, the whys, the this, the that, the link to this, to everything, right? And your brain is just woo, 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 woo. And Source is saying, rein it in, baby, like the Chariot, rein it in. You can't let yourself be so out of control that you're going into 2 different directions. It's not going to be good for you. Learn to cultivate balance here. Have the courage, the willpower to rein it in, bring it back in, and drive it forward like you're meant to, instead of all this noise right now. Okay? I talked about this over on my Instagram stories, and if you're not following me on Instagram, what are you doing? Go follow me over there. I'd love to meet you guys there and chat with you. I have a sacred space near my house where I go and do some of my rituals when I work with Earth and the gods. And I've been called to space for a while, and I haven't had a chance to go. Anyways, this past weekend, I went. I happened to be driving by it, and I just said, I'm just going to pull right in and head in. And I went to go to this place, and I sat there with no offerings or anything. I lent my time, my space, and I talked to Earth, and I talked to the gods, and I just said, show me the way, because I'm dealing with something. You know, we all deal with our shit. We all have our stuff, right? That creates overanalysis, paralysis in our mind. And I said, show me the way, God. Just show me the way forward. What am I supposed to do here? And I left that place. And, you know, by that night and the next morning, I had a certain level of peace, serenity had entered into my vessel as I realized that source will never guide me astray and that the answers to what I seek are right in front of me. I have to just stop making so much noise so that I can actually listen to what's being said to me. If you didn't catch that, rewind and listen to what I just said, okay? And anyways, the next morning I woke up to a murder of crows flying over my house. And to me, the crows are a significant, like they signify that I'm talking to the gods, I'm working with the gods, right? The Morrigan, Odin, and the doves represent Venus. Anyways, so the murder of crows came around and I knew that my prayers were answered. I knew that they were listening to what I needed, and I knew that I needed to just be at peace. Instead of being in this, I just needed to be at peace. For some of you, this peace, Virgo, has to do with love. Some of you may have a codependent connection to a Leo here with the sun, and you are recognizing and realizing that as much as you may love this person or feel like this is your person because you've been with them for so long or whatever the story may be, you're also recognizing and realizing that it's time for you to leave that person at the same time. It's like a realization. You could also have Leo placements as well. You're recognizing and realizing your codependent patterns. 10 of Pentacles in the honeymoon. I think that your honeymoon phase is over. Right? The la la land, the hard stuff's now starting. The hard stuff in a relationship, right? After a while, it's no more playing house. It's actual day-to-day living. And with the 5 of Cups and worth waiting for, God's saying that honeymoon life that you're looking for, it's available to you. It's totally available to you, Virgo. Are you willing to let go of the volcano that's about to erupt in your life? Say goodbye to that in order to welcome in what you desire, even though that means starting afresh somewhere else, right? Imagine the people of Pompeii had listened to the red flags, the rumblings of Mount Vesuvius. They wouldn't have allowed their town to be destroyed. They let their codependency, their greed, their selfishness, their ego, their idea that they thought that they were stronger and better or more capable than Mother Earth be their own demise. I'm not saying you're going to demise yourself. Come on, Virgo, we're not going to go there. I am saying, are you willing to see the truth for what it is versus what you wish it to be, Virgo, for your highest good? Here is your monthly reading, my loves. If you want to work with me in any capacity or sign up to my free newsletter, it's in the description box below. All right, I know this was a interesting one, but sometimes we have to get these ones because I love you and I'm not going to play games with you. All right, we will see you later, alligators. Peace out. Bye.